In 1996, two well-respected game companies joined together to create a one-of-a-kind RPG that would end up being one of the most beloved video games of that era. Nintendo and JRPG juggernaut Square Enix came together to create a Final Fantasy-style game in the Mushroom Kingdom. Drawing on ideas from the Super Mario series, they created a beloved RPG that introduced numerous characters, gameplay ideas, and ideas that would go on to inspire gamers and genres going forward. In this video, I want to talk about Super Mario RPG and what makes the original and remake very significant releases for both Nintendo and Square Enix, as well as RPG games going forward. Collabing with Square Enix. Square was known for incredible RPG games at the time. Some would say they were at their peak when Super Mario RPG was released. The game came out between the 6th and 7th original Final Fantasy games, which some regard as the best in the series. The two companies would later on cut ties over hardware concerns regarding the N64. As the story goes, Nintendo decided to use cartridges instead of discs, leading Square to shift the development of Final Fantasy VII to the Sony PlayStation due to limitations of cartridge storage. Of course, that game being a massive success and Nintendo being kind of upset about that, this resulted in a significant rift between the two companies. After all these years, it's very significant to see the two companies come together for this remake. Hopefully more collaborations will be in the pipeline if this release proves to be a success. Good guy Bowser. Bowser has always been the villain in every Mario game, but in Super Mario RPG, Bowser becomes an ally and fights on your team. This is because the main antagonist, Smithy, invades Bowser's castle and took control of it. Bowser, finding himself ousted from his own domain, realizes that he shares a common interest with Mario in defeating Smithy and reclaiming his castle. As a result, Bowser joins forces with Mario and team to fight Smithy and his minions. Throughout the game, Bowser contributes to the battles and works alongside Mario and the others to save the Mushroom Kingdom. This significant collaboration adds an interesting dynamic to the gameplay and narrative. Seeing this again in the remake reminds me of how crazy it was to originally see Bowser fight with Mario in a major Mario game. Of course, they would later on play tennis, golf, and go-kart together, but at the time this was a very significant thing to see. The last time Bowser was some sort of ally in a Mario RPG game was in the 2009 Nintendo DS release of Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, where players controlled both Mario and Luigi within Bowser, and Bowser himself in the outside world, providing a unique and humorous twist to the traditional hero-villain dynamic in the Mario universe. Gino Returns. Gino returns in the remake, which is very significant. While Gino was a unique character created only for Super Mario RPG, he has not returned in later Mario games amid fan demand. He has made cameo appearances in various titles, such as the Mario and Luigi series, and had a Mii skin in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, where he also appeared as a spirit. He has also been demanded to be included in Super Smash Bros. For what seems like forever. Gino has gained a cult following among fans, and many have expressed a desire to see him return in some way in future games. Although this has not happened, this remake marks the very first time since 1996 that he is returning in a major role, which is very significant. Hopefully we will see more of him, and I look forward to seeing the special cutscenes of him in his new HD style. It's exciting. The Action Command. Super Mario RPG introduces the innovative Action Command system, which incorporates player input through well-timed button presses in turn-based battles. This system enhances basic attacks, special moves, and defenses, allowing players to influence the outcome of battles based on their skill, injecting this RPG with a very Mario vibe. The mechanic later would influence the design of the Paper Mario and the Mario and Luigi series, where it became a staple. The Action Command is faithfully retained in the remake and built upon with some quality of life improvements that appeal to modern gamers. Original designs. The remake has faithfully recreated the original game in high definition, retaining the original art style and greatly upping graphical fidelity. They also took time to recreate most Mario characters based on their modern designs, such as Mario, Bowser, and Peach. It's very interesting to see character designs we haven't seen since the mid-90s, such as the enemies and the other characters in the game that were never again referenced or used. They also keep the original humor, writing, and even character motions faithful to the original. The game has a timeless look, and seeing it completely translated to a modern graphical style is wonderful. I look forward to seeing more of these characters, enemies, and designs in future Mario games, or possible sequels. Speaking of which, significant title. I want to talk about a detail I feel like a lot of people are missing, the title of this game. In the past, when Nintendo would re-release a game or a port or a remaster, they make it clear with the title that it is a modern re-release. They use the subtitles like HD or 3D, or with the recent release of Metroid Prime, Remastered. As someone who has followed and observed how they do things over the years, giving a game that subtitle implies some sort of finality. Of course, unless they remastered the original sequel or follow-up to that game, they make it clear that it's a re-release and nothing more. So what's interesting to me, and something that struck me as a bit odd when I first saw this game be unveiled, was that this game has the original title with no subtitle. There's no subtitle to imply that this is a remake, even though we all know it is. So what I'm proposing is that Nintendo may have just rebooted the series, meaning that there could be a Super Mario RPG 2 later on down the road, since calling it that would technically be a sequel to this release. Call me crazy, but I feel like Nintendo is ready to bring back this game series in a big way, which could be significant. More Mario RPGs coming. So to add to my last point, later in 2024, we're getting a remake of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, which is another beloved Mario RPG. With the success of many RPG-style games on the Nintendo Switch, this makes sense as there is a financial incentive, but I find it significant that we're getting two of the greatest Mario RPGs on the Switch very soon. Paper Mario for the N64 was originally going to be called Super Mario RPG 2, so in a way, the Paper Mario games are in the same lineage as Super Mario RPG, as well as the Mario and Luigi games. This is a very exciting revelation, and it feels like Nintendo is preparing their development teams to possibly create more Mario RPGs by having them remaster previous ones. If the recent remake of older games' successes are any indication, such as Resident Evil 4 and Final Fantasy Remake, there's an effort from developers to recapture what made these games magical and hopefully continue their legacy in the modern age. There are also going to be a lot of players who will be playing this game for the first time, and this could be someone's gateway into RPG games going forward. With all the quality of life improvements, I feel like a lot of new players are going to fall in love with this gem. The original game had been re-released in the past on Virtual Console, but has never been given the attention and respect that this remake is getting. I know a lot of people who are going to appreciate this remake, and I look forward to seeing how the community reacts to such a beloved game from Nintendo and Square Enix's past. Hey, thank you for watching to the end of the video. I just want to take a moment to thank all of you who have been leaving wonderful comments on my past videos. I notice people leave comments every couple of weeks saying how they feel like my channel is underrated. I love that. I think that's so awesome. It would mean a lot to me if you would subscribe if you haven't already. But seriously, I appreciate everyone who has already done that. Please tell someone you know about this channel and help me reach overrated status. What am I talking about? What? I've been dedicating more of my time to crafting genuine content for you guys, so any sort of engagement is greatly appreciated. Seeing my videos reach the amount of views they have has literally helped me cure my depression. So seriously, thank you. I hope you guys stick around. I have a lot more coming. And I love you guys. Goodbye.